Welcome, punters, to another episode of the Whispers Racing Podcast. It's Christmas Eve edition, the Valley. So we're going to go through races 1 through to 7, as I think they're betting races. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that I'm flying solo. So Matty's having a little break. So hopefully he's enjoying himself and he's going to tune in because I've got plenty of winners for the team here this week. Last week, more importantly, we got the pineapple up. Persan, beautiful win. The weight couldn't stop him. Gave 6 kilos to Noble Heights, and just a well-rated ride by Harry Coffey, I think it was, from memory. Yeah, good to see him break the hoodoo, and yeah, come away with the victory because I think hopefully that gives him confidence to move forward. Dazzling Lucy, we put him in the trial trackers last week, ran second. I didn't recommend it each way. Paid $3 a place. It was good. 100 meters to go, he looked the winner. He just ran out of juice. Uh, Definitely worth following this week into this prep because I think it's going well. If they space him nicely and not rush it, I think he can get a couple of wins out of Dazzling Lucy. Talking points this week. Could easily go into what I think about the whipping debacle, or as some people call it for the industry, but I'm not going to go into it. I think the key wording out of the stewards was it was a clear breach. So they were always going to overturn it. And I think it was the right decision, no matter where you sit as a punter, an owner, or what it does to the industry. I just think the key wording there was clear breach. Going to talk about two positives talking points, as it's been quite negative recently. Race-free Mondays, I'm actually loving them, and I think they need to talk about this within the industry. I think it should happen more often, more like 52 weeks of the year, have Mondays off. Maybe just race them on the holidays, school holidays, so then people that do travel, they can go to those race meets. But why can't you send that Monday meeting to a Saturday against the Metro meeting? I think you'll get more turnover, you're more chance of getting an actual attendance, especially even if you move it to a Sunday double header meeting. You're more chance of getting a greater turnover, great attendance than what Monday does. And plus, I think the participants deserve a day off. Yes, they've got to work in the morning, do all the stuff they need to do at the stables, but they get the afternoon off in the Monday. They don't have to travel. So I think it's a win-win. And I think they've got to look at this more. Just got to look at it because I think it's a win-win. The other one is Frankie Dettori announcing his retirement/farewell tour, and VRC are looking to bring Frankie Dettori down to Melbourne for a farewell tour. I love this idea. This bloke was world class and he was elite when he was in his prime, and I think it'd be great to get him out for one of our race days to ride there, have a Q&A later in that night, raise money for a foundation, whatever one they want to do. I don't care if they've got to spend money to get an appearance fee to get Frankie out here. I think we've got to do it because it'd be just a good look for racing. Great idea by VRC, and hopefully that the Racing Victoria get him out here. Track stats this week, rail 2 meters. I'm going to be looking for horses on speed, horses that top five. Lanes 4 to 7 might be the place to be, but horses on speed, Moonee Valley, you will be most advantage. Trial the Valley, race 4, number 12, Rich Fortune. So that's race 4, number 12. It's only had one jump out at Mornington, and I thought it was bloody impressive. Whatever this horse does on Saturday, keep following it, put it in your black booker, because it is worth following. Has great potential. I'll go into it more as I preview the race, but yeah, race 4, number 12, Rich Fortune. All right, race 1 here is for the 2-year-olds over 1,200 meters. Geez, it's a very even race to kick things off. Hard race to assess for me. No real angle, as the horses that are having their first start, the jump outs have been good, but they're not saying back me or launch. Look very even, so maybe we need to look at the horses that are having. It's looking for horses that have had a start already, and I think that's number 4, Cantalargo. Was good on debut. 1,000 meters looked way too short for it. So I think 1200 will suit. And I think from barrier 3, if they can roll forward here, Jamie Carr on board, nice steady tempo, he can win at around the $4.60 mark. The other one I want to be with, number 7 here, Halara. I backed it last start on debut for the community, and maybe it was the same as the previous runner. 1,000 meters too short. Plus the tempo they went was really slow. It was a sit and sprint race, and I don't think he liked it too much because his jump outs were really, really good last before its first start. It SP $2.35 at Bendigo. So you're getting a good price here at $9, and I think you got to follow it in. So I'm happy to side here with number 7 Hilaire at $9, and you can have a saver on Canzalago here at $4.60. But I think the horses have had a start. It's the old cliche. They'll improve off the run, educational. I think it's actually going to come into play here because the jump out horses, I don't know. I really do not know. We move over to race 2 here. Fillies and Mares for 3-year-old and plus, 1,500 meters. Phil barrier 8 here for Al Nolan he only has one choice, and that's to roll forward on number 4, Forbidden City. And if they do, I feel it'll be the hardest to beat. I thought last start it was a soft win, and 1,500 will suit now. Second horse came out and won next start, and there was a nice gap to third that day at Sandown Super Ghazi. And so, yeah, happy to be with Forbidden City. If you're on Bubbly last start, then you have to go again. I think it was a jockey error handing up at the start and sitting behind the leaders was just not ideal. It was just held up a little bit, and when they got clear air, they just run down late. If it leads last start, I just feel it wins. I'm tipping the jockey here won't be handing up. Yeah, race on from the 400 between Forbidden City and Bubbly Lass, but I think Forbidden City is the one we want to be with. Number 2, Bellanora has the form and reads really well, but I'm worried about the jockey and doesn't really smash the clock when it does win. But form around Race Card and Missy Longport, I think that reads really well. But yeah, just worried about the time. Number 3 here, Vizilia had every chance leading on an even tempo, gave up with 100 meters to go, got beaten 3 odd lengths. Don't think 1,600 is good for this horse, and that is my biggest issue, especially at the price that they're asking you to have. Is 550. I reckon that drifts a little bit here, but yeah, keen to be with Forbidden City here at around the $2.50 mark. Race 3, benchmark 78, 1,000 meters, and what a race this is for this time of year. Hot little race. It's a race where it's race fitness over jump outs and who will handle this hot pace up front. Keen to be with here, number 3, Inundation here first up. Really liked its 2 jump outs. Looked to come back really well. And J Car on from barrier 5. I think they can roll forward and the tempo will be solid and it should relish it. I'm hoping they let number 1 here unflinching kick up and lead from 2 and lead on the rail. And we're just sitting outside lead. It would be just perfect for us. Only danger here is number 8, Red Card, 5th up. No issue with fitness. I feel the jockey will stalk Inundation the whole way because it will take it a long way into the race. But I feel Inundation has more upside and more talent, but totally respect Red Card. I'm not taking him on. I won't be laying him, but I just think Inundation is a better bet than Red Card, considering the upside it can have. Number 1, Unflinching. It was good in its first 3 starts. Over the 1,000 meters. It had massive wipeouts the last 2. So there's something wrong those days. They've gelded the horse since. You can forgive those 2 wipeouts. I think $8 is a good each way bet if there's no more scratchings. And yeah, it could be it could play the exact as Quinellas, Inundation and Unflinching. But keen here, Inundation at around the $2 mark. I think it will be winning. We'll move over to race 4 now. It is the benchmark 70 over 1,000 meters. Pace should be hot here, and I think there's value in this race. And I'm going to have a 2-bet play. I'm going to start with Rich Fortune here, number 12. As I said in the trial trackers, he's had 1 jump out, but I really liked it, and I think it has a really bright future. SP $2 on debut. And Willow was riding that day. I don't think it handled the heavy 9, but It was good enough without winning. Barrier 3 can camp right behind the leaders, looking forward to seeing what it can bring because those jump outs were that one jump out was impressive. The other horse I'm keen to look at here, at a price point of view, is number 8, Sapedo Beauty. Two good wins on two tracks, Gundagai, Wagga, and it didn't look like it suited him. They were both heavy tracks, but its most recent jump out was bloody impressive at Wagga. The time was just on par. It looked good. I'm interested to see how how the form stacks up. New South Wales Country to Metro. Last one to do that was the Moody horse, Lightning. Can't think of the other name. We know what it is. Running the big races. Avoid Lightning. Is that it? Um, so it'd be interesting to see. Not ideal, but the price and the map, I'm just keen to have a look here. Sapedo Beauty, $12, and Rich Fortune, $13. I think you can both play them 1 by 3. You're definitely going to get a collect somewhere from one of them. I just don't know which one it is, but they both have a really big future. If you're bringing it from New South Wales country to here, never heard of the trainer, he must rate it. It must go well. So keen to have a look here. Number 4 here, Philosopher, changes ownership, changes trainer. Each jump outs have been impressive, and you could easily back this horse. But I'm worried if they go the tempo that I'm predicting, this horse might fold up real quick. I hope we see the horse I thought we were going to see off its jump outs from debut, but I'm worried it's going to fold up as the tempo could be quite solid. Number 5 here, Command Success. Nice win at Wangaratta off its debut. SP $12. You're now getting $31, but I'm just worried about the trainer and jockey combo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Jay Gibbons has had too many rides down here. So, yeah, $31. I still can't even recommend that. It win was very nice at Wangaratta, but just not for me. But I'm keen here. 2-bet race, Rich Fortune, Saputo Beauty, $12 and $13. Race 5 here is the Benchmark 84, 20, 40 meters. Nice little race, this. I'm happy to be with Right You Are here. Number 1, been a really good prep, and I thought last start victory, it was a really good one. It rated really well, being 9 lengths off the lead at the 600-meter mark at Sandown to win. I think that's bloody impressive. So I'm hoping from barrier 6, they can be more positive, and the best case is camp behind the leaders or one pair back further, just to suit the track and how I feel it will play. If they can, it will be winning. Number 2 here, El Gladiator. I'd forget last start. It's a huge price here to cause an upset if it can. Even run a drum here, like 1 by 3, as I like to say, when each way. I feel it will roll forward, and its best racings when it rolls forward. I know it's got to turn around 8 lengths on Right You Are, but it's a huge ask. But rolling forward, it can. Keats and Milford form reads really well too. Number 5 here, Ruber, being back to the jump outs, and I thought it went really well. Can improve if it jumps cleanly. Just remember, guys, if it jumps cleanly, been jumping poorly out of the barriers. Number 7 here, Vegas Knights. Its grand final was 2 starts ago and only just won. And last start coming out of the Pakenham Cup, which reads well alongside Noble Heights, who finished second to Perth Sand, as we mentioned earlier. So form reads really well. I'm just wondering, 6 up now, back 500 meters to the 2040. It's a little concern for me. But yeah, I think Right You Are is a good bet to have here at around the $3 mark. And El Gladiator 26s, I think you can wait a bit more and you'll get a better price come race day, because I don't think many people will be factoring that in. Race 6 here is the Benchmark 64, 20, 40 meters. Whew, yeah, 64, Benchmark 64 racing at Metro. That's a different story. I'm keen to be here. Number 13, Picture None. I thought it only lost the race because it ran out on the last corner when coming into the home straight. And from the barrier, I feel they can camp right behind the leaders and use the rail for most of the race. Only went down by 0.4 and convinced its poor cornering cost it the race last start. It can turn the tables on number 4, Matawans. I'm probably butchered it, but number 4, who looks to map poorly and could be stuck 3 wide, no cover. I'm finding it hard to find any dangers due to these poor maps of other horses or being a low rating 64 horse race or horses um, that'll be going around. And most of these horses will be running around the country for the rest of their lives. And will we we've been running out of Metro 6470 races, so I think it's a drop in class for us, and I think we can turn the tables on number 4 Model Mayence. As I said, he's going to have a poor map. I think we're just a perfect map. Gets Jamie Carr. We're putting a lot of confidence in her this week, which is good. I just think, yeah, Pitcher None is a very, very good bet you can have. Race 7 here. Benchmark 70, 1600 meters. Oh, Pitcher None's probably around the $3 mark. So I think that's a good play. Race 7. Interesting race here. I'm happy to be here with number 6 Caesar. I think $7.50 is a crazy price, and it's SP 350 last start against Worsfold, is which is a very nice horse and won nicely. And I totally respect that. And barrier 1 will be no issue for this horse. Has beaten Aran Bay, who's going well this prep and last prep. $7.50 for Caesar. Crazy, crazy. Number 5 River Plate here is the danger. Been nice. 2 wins this prep, rated well on both. From the barrier will sit in a nice spot. This is a little harder, but form reads well from last prep when it's 3.6 off Le Creek. We know how much of a hard on I've got for that horse, but it's had 2 huge wins, and I just wonder if it's going to drop off now. Keen to take it on at the price. It's currently 245. Not for me. I think Seizure at 750 is a better place. Number 10 here, Clement or Claymont. Jumped out well. This horse will be out the back and look to be screaming down the outside. I thought we might have got a good price here, but at the 9s, I think you wait for that if you like it. And yeah, I think it's first following this prep. But number 6 here, Caesar on top at around the $7.50 mark. WhatsApp guys, if you want to join the community, please get in contact with myself or Matt. And we've had a few people join this week, so it's good to have them aboard. If you want to get involved, DM one of us. We'll put you straight through, or you can email me at Sam Kennedy, KENNEDY 14 at gmail.com. That's Sam Kennedy 14 at gmail.com. So yeah, you can DM us on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to do. NBA podcast, I recorded that with Nick on Tuesday night. We previewed the Christmas Day games in America. I think there was 4 or 5 we previewed with some really good bets from Nick and myself. Some good value as well with our multis. So give it a listen. It'd be a big fill up on Boxing Day with this NBA podcast. So give it a listen. And yeah, plenty of multis, plenty of bets. We previewed each match. So yeah, give it a follow. And yeah, so also, guys, please like, subscribe on our YouTube channel, any podcast platform. Get the episodes as they drop. Yeah, and please share with any others because yeah, we would love to grow this into a bigger podcast and yeah, help people finding winners. As I said, this is a free podcast. There's no paywalls. Everything we do in these free communities free to join. We just do it for the love of it because we love finding winners for other people and just talking about the punt. How good's talking about the punt? It is all time. All right, we'll go to around the grounds. And I've got one here. It's going to be on Boxing Day. No, it's not going to be the basketball. I found one here Boxing Day. Race 2, number 3, Dunkel. We were on this last start. I think it just didn't handle Cranbourne. Yes, it might have been a little of a pull ride as well from Harry Coffey. I'm glad he sticks because I think this horse is serious. Finally gets to a big track and stand down for start 3. This will be winning. This is my best bet on for Monday, Boxing Day. Fill your boots up, 235 at the moment. I can see this easily starting around the $1.70. Get on now. Watch it win easily. Very keen to kick off Boxing Day. That is race 2, number 3, Dunkel. We move over to the multi. Oh, last week, sickening. I think we had 3 legs and we got the first 2 all onto one in the last at Ascot. And yeah, never saw daylight. Oh, frustrating. We're going to get one. So I'm going to have a 3-leg multi here. It's going to be all for the win. So we're going to go race 3, Inundation, the win. Race Sorry. Yeah, race 3, Inundation to win. Then we go to race 2, Forbidden City to win. And race 2 on Monday, Dunkeld to win. So that's race 2, Forbidden City. Race 3, Inundation to win. And race 2 on Monday, Boxing Day, Sandown, Dunkeld to win. It's around the $10 mark. I think they all three win. And hopefully we end it with a bang. The all important pineapple of the week. Ooh, where do we go? But keen here. I think we're on the right one here. The Valley, race 6, number 13, Pitch and None. This horse, I feel, maps the best, drops in class. $3 looks a perfect bet to have. Jamie Carr on board, class above these. Could easily start 240 come race time. But yeah, very keen to get aboard. The Valley, race 6, number 13, Pitch and None. That's the end of the show, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week for more off-season racing. Please check out the podcast, the NBA Christmas Day preview. Well worth a listen. Plenty of multis, plenty of bets to have in each of the games that we previewed. And yeah, hopefully everyone, all the listeners out there, thank you for listening all year. Thank you for everything, all the support you've given. You know who you are within the community, outside the community. Really appreciate it. It makes it easy to do these shows each week with the support we get. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas to you and your family. I hope it's a good one. Or as I say to everyone, when you get those socks and jocks, just smile and nod your head, and you can turn around and say, "Hey, I've got a tip for you. It's Sandown Race 2, number 3, Dunkeld." But yeah, hopefully you have a safe Christmas and enjoy the family time that you have with each another. And yeah, hopefully it's a merry one. And yeah, hopefully you get lots of presents and Santa looks after you. But thank you guys for the show, and I will see you next week. Peace.
I'm not a good person, but it just goes to show that good things do happen to bad people. So anyone out there who's up against the wall, fucking stick to it. Every cent you got, your rent, your electricity bill, if you're going to buy your missus a ring, don't fucking do it. Keep punting. Keep fucking punting.